One, two, three, mic check. Okay. Okay. So, the stream is already live. So, today is May 22, 2024, no? So, it's a very nice Wednesday. And, ayun, we're almost on the midpoint of this trading week. So, in this video, what we'll be doing is a basic market update and situational awareness video, no? So, sa lahat ng makakapanood na ito in the internal team of BTP, so, ayun nga, sana matulungan ko kayo in being updated in the market. So, ayun, so let's get into it. As always, ang lagi natin tinitignan is firstly, our weekly heat map. Okay? Okay. So this is the weekly heat map, no? So this is the weekly heat map of all US ETFs, no? So starting with the SPY for this trading week, no? The SPY is up halos around 2%. The Qs is almost up by around 3%. So out of all sectors, SMH yung pinaka malakas right now under industry, no? But in terms of sector, I think ang malakas right now is, tingnan natin XLE, positive ng 0.50, positive 51%, 0.51%, XLK, ito malakas right now, halos 4% up this trading week. So parang front-running yung nangyayari right now in the markets. So Nvidia will be releasing their earnings later, no, after market, after the bell. So, baka yun yung parang front run ng market right now, yung good earnings ni Nvidia. So, this trading week, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is also up by 1%. So, that's a good sign that most blue chip stocks in the US is doing great for this trading week. So, XLP, consumer staples, is up by 0.85%. So, out of all sectors, halos wala namang down, no? But looking at KRE, regional banking sector or regional banking market group, down by 0.51%. So all over the board, halos lahat ng ETF is doing good. Mainly doing outperformance yung tech sector natin. So for commodity, silver is up by 12%, 0.6% halos. Gold or GLD is up by 3.18%, halos 4 times ng mas malakas yung gold, mas malakas yung silver by 4 times in terms of performance versus the gold. So good performance coming from silver. So in terms of our Bitcoin ETFs, IBIT is up by 12%, halos GBTC as well. So great movement coming from our Bitcoin names or cryptocurrency names, no? So parang nag-spike yung crypto names right now dahil dun sa possible ETF Ethereum ETF approval, no? So yun yung parang current stories right now na or current catalyst na nag-emerge right now. So for fixed income, our TLT is up by 1%. Basically ang sinisignal sa atin yan is that yields are going down or moving in a downward direction if you have TLT up, no? So in terms of our daily heat map, our weekly heat map naman in the stock market, so Nvidia is up this trading week by 6%, Apple as well. So halos lahat ng electronic technology names is almost up except ito, I think Keysight is down by 8%, baka earnings-related movement. PanW as well, I think also down this trading week. Ayusin ko lang Wait, ayan. Okay naman pala. So this trading week, PanW is up by 4%. Double check natin I think hindi nagustuhan ng market yung PanW earnings. So nag-recover naman pala yung earnings yesterday. Okay naman kahit pa paano yung earnings reaction for PanW. So, double beat naman, double EPS, double beat in terms of EPS and revenue. So, ayun, I was mistaken na pangit yung nangyari kay PanW. So, all over the board sa tech sector, good movement. Tesla as well, 6.94%. Walmart even, no? So, mga non-tech related names, retail names is doing good. For Walmart, up siya ng around 7% this trading week. Even Costco, no, 3.36%. Although you have we have our Lululemon and Laos lows na down more than 3%. So, yun. Mukhang ang main focus natin in terms of sectors is in the tech sector, medyo may movement din in the financial sector. So, automotive sector, focus on Tesla dahil may current momentum right now dyan. For health tech, you can look at Eli Lilly. No, Eli Lilly is doing doing good movement right now. THR as well. So, transportation names, stay away from it. Utilities, okay din naman in energy names. No? So, that's our weekly heat map for all US stock names or all US stocks for this trading week. No? For week 21. So, nasa week 21 na ata tayo for this trading year. So, let's move forward with our S&P 500. Let's do a quick analysis in our indices. So, let's look at the 5-day trading range for the S&P 500. So, dalian na lang natin. Actually, coming from this pullback, nag-breakout siya, printing new all-time highs, and right now doing a tight 5-day consolidation on the way up and breaking above 530 level. No? So, right now, we are at the open or opening lower at 530.43, down tayo ng negative 0.18%. This current pre-market session. So almost we're almost 20 minutes away na tayo before market open. So maybe we will open lower. So actually that's kind of good, no? Usually pag opening lower and then you have a potential earnings you have a potential big event or like Nvidia earnings or economic data releases, usually week open and then end high, end stronger, no? Lalong-lalo na when we are on an uptrend. So, great movement, no, coming from this MA20. So, our MA20 line is the green line. So, MA20 is actually above or crossing above MA50. So, that's a good sign. So, we are on a good trend configuration right now in the daily for the S&P 500. You have your 10 above 20, you have your 20 above 50, and 50 above 100, where all key moving averages is sloping upward. And price is price is above all those key moving averages. So, it's a good market environment for swing traders, momentum traders right now. So, actually showing my current portfolio right now, this pre-market, I am down by negative $350. But right now, I'm focusing on post-earnings announcement drift plays like IREN. I have IREN, CNX, mga post-earnings announcement drift plays. So, yan yung mga tinitake advantage ko na play right now. So, mga earnings related and may earnings catalyst as well as parang tailwinded or yung current index natin, current index movement natin, yung overall market environment is doing this or providing this strong tailwind, no, for these types of plays. So like CNX, right now I'm positioning on ISRG, also a post-earnings announcement drift play. Although hindi pala, no. So I think earnings nag-consolidate, nag-breakout, consolidate or reconsolidated by 4 bars, 5 bars. And right now breaking above the high of this pin bar. So, I'm betting on this base breakout. No? So, yun, balik tayo. Sorry. Okay, so balik tayo. Basically, for the SPY, bull case is basically a break above this 5-day consolidation range. So, I can consider this as a parang box pattern siya. So, I have this low, I have this high, or this swing high of this 5-day consolidation pattern. So, once it breaks above 531, then we can experience a 5-day, 3 to 5 day momentum again. No, that's a possibility. If we break below 526, 525, then the next support level is the previous swing high of April 2024. So ito yung next support or immediate support level. Yung dating resistance will turn support. So that's the bull and bear case. Same with the Qs, halos same movement lang din. Parang although we are experiencing a move higher or higher highs in the Qs, so we can see higher highs in the Qs, unlike the S&P 500 na parang nagko-consolidate lang. So the Qs freshly broke above the all-time high level or previous all-time high level noong March 20, 2024 high. And right now, same thing. Same thing. Same movement lang din or same bull and bear case. If we break above 460, madaling pupuntahan yung 469 or 470. Actually, if we're gonna take consider of this pullback swing, ang pinaka main target natin or hindi naman pinaka main but immediate target or TP1 is at 470 level. So, ang main logic nun is it's a potential take profit area coming from this buyer of the pullback from March to April. So, yung mga tao nag-accumulate at this level will most likely sell at a profit at 470. So, bear case, if hindi nagustuhan ng market yung Nvidia earnings, then most probably, then we might retest 440 level. So, yan yung immediate support level. Hard support is at 440, which is a confluence of your 20-day moving average and 50-day moving average for the cruise. So, let's look at mid-cap. So, mid-caps, same movement lang din, although not yet breaking the April 2024 high, which is at 560, 557. So, ayun, sorry, wait lang. Alert tayo ni AMAT, ni TradingView. So, right now, it's testing or kissing MA10. So, it's now looking at this support level and parang doing this 5-day pullback to MA10. So, actually, this is a good sign. Parang retouching your RSI moving average as well. Parang nag-reset lang siya for me, no? Parang reset structure yung ginagawa niya. So this is a nice V-shaped recovery, no, for MDY. So for me, high probability scenario, no, is if maganda yung earnings ni Nvidia or maganda yung market reaction sa earnings ni Nvidia, we can break above 560. If the market reacts flatly on Nvidia, we might consolidate for around 1 to 2 weeks at the 550, 557 level. So this can be a potential cup and handle. Pwede mag-cup and handle dyan. Or a square root pattern structure, no? So, you have this pullback, you have this strong recovery, and a reconsolidation or reaccumulation of buyers. Pwede rin distribution, we don't know, but that's a possibility. If pangit yung reaction ng market with Nvidia, we can move lower, then ang pinaka mangyayari dyan is most likely a cup and handle. So, that's the short-term bear case, but actually an intermediate-term bull case. But for me, we're still on a strong uptrend, no, for MDY, as well as the SPY and the Qs. We're on the big picture uptrend. We're still on an early stage markup. So wala tayong dapat ikatakot for now. For IWM as well, we are seeing some good movement, no? Looking at this multi-month structure, parang ano lang din, hinanap niya lang yung support niya at MA100. Counter rallied. Looks like the movement of MDY as well. Parehas na very interest rate sensitive na segments, no, or indices. Since yung mga components ng IWM and MDY are small companies or actually small to medium cap or mid cap companies na very reliant on debt borrowing or borrowing debt for capex and opex, no, to finance their capex and opex. So higher interest rates like what happened nung weeks or months ago, a month ago, yung narrative is bumalik dun sa higher for longer na narrative, di ba? But right now, we experience lower inflation. Last week, Wednesday, in-announce yung CPI. Wednesday, Thursday, in-announce yung CPI and PPI. Tuesday, PPI. And the market reacted nicely on the cooling of inflation this April. So IWM right now doing a tight 5-day consolidation as well. So short-term structure, ito yan. Yan yung short-term structure natin for IWM. So if we break higher, if we break above 210, 209.8, then automatic easily mag-create ng ano yan, another rally. But ayun, same cases lang din with MDY. If maganda yung market reaction to Nvidia earnings, we can move higher above 211. If hindi maganda yung market reaction or hindi maganda yung market reception to the Nvidia earnings, we can test or we might test the 202 level again, which is at the 50-day SMA line, confluencing with your 20-day SMA line as well. And the 50% level of this trading range, no? So, yung pullback trading range natin, pullback swing and recovery swing natin, ang 50% level niyan is at 200. So, you can treat it as a range, halos nandun lang din siya. So, that's our main indices. Let's move forward sa mga ano natin, sa market internals muna natin, market internals. So, let's look at the market swing monitor. So, nakita na natin yung market from a top-down perspective. Right now, we want to look at the market from a bottom-up perspective. So, lahat ng stocks, so small caps to mega caps, tinitake consider ng market swing monitor natin, excluding excluding micro caps, no? So, we can see that from the past 10 days, we experience almost a mixed data of net advance decline. So, this shows us na parang nag-consolidate yung market or undecided yung market. May showing signs of indecision yung market right now. So from May 20, May 21 for this trading week, we can see an acceleration in net advance decline. So we can see that even though the SPY or the Qs is printing new highs, or hindi naman printing new highs but printing green candles, we can see that the broader market is doing net declines. So let's look at the volume spike data. So from the past 6 days, since May 20 to May 13, we can see net positives and net volume spikes. But yesterday we experienced a negative net volume spikes. So that's a big sign na nag-accelerate yung selling. Might be a sign of de-risking from the market dahil dun sa Nvidia earnings, but ayun, something to take note of, no, na it's a sign of de-risking, and you should also be cautious as well. For intraday momentum as well, nagdecline below 1 na ratio. So we can see that mas madaming down more than 5% yesterday. So 20-day new high, new low data, actually all over for the past 10 days, printing net positives. Basically, this signals us short-term breakouts, short-term 20-day structure breakouts. And it gives us signal of bullish momentum, no? Bullish momentum as well. So we can see that from May 16 up to May 20, halos flatlining siya or nag-hover siya at around 600 to 550 na count or net 20-day new high prints. But yesterday, there are more, or hindi naman more, but umonte yung names na nagbe-breakout sa 20-day high. Most likely, ayun nga, a sign of de-risking or a sign of hindi naman de-risking but more of staying on the sidelines sa mga tao right now or yung mga bulls natin right now. So that's one big sign, one sign na pinapakita sa atin of in our market internal. So 52-week high low data, almost halos flat lang yung movement. And good thing na for the past 10 days, we can see that there are many names, or there are more names breaking above their 52-week high. So same thing with the 50-day new high, new low data, which is under our secondary bread monitor or secondary market internal basis or secondary market internals. We can see that nag-decrease yung 50-day high breakouts yesterday. So from 563, naging 398. But ayun, yesterday we experienced more breakdowns, no, on the 50-day, on their 50-day lows. So still on the net positive, but a significant rate of change, no, from the past 5 days. So above below 20-day SMA, halos lahat at a positive, printing greens, no, for the past 10 days, but we can see that nag-stall din, nag-stall na rin yung ano natin, yung quantity of names na above 20-day SMA line. So, ayun, from 1.7, naging 1.5, naging 1.2, we are seeing a decrease in names above their 20-day SMA line. So, weekly performance ratio, hindi na natin masyado i-discuss yan, but main signal or main message coming from market internals, the market is de-risking, no? But overall, we can see a strong bullish momentum or strong bullish commitment coming from the breakouts, no? So breakouts are working. Breakouts, shorter breakouts, 10-day breakouts is working. 50-day breakouts is working, but right now, parang we are experiencing some flatlining muna, no? Due to most probably dun sa Nvidia earnings. Okay, so speaking of earnings, let's look at the earnings calendar. So today is Wednesday. Ito yung mga current earnings releases natin for today. We have TJX, VIPS, WOOF, TGT, Target, under retail, PDD, Pinduoduo, so under China Internet Retail. So we're expecting some movement in retail names, no, and China names this trading session. So AM release from Snowflake as well, analog devices as well, Pinduoduo AM session as well. Before the bell, yung release na Nvidia, after the bell, yung release niya, no. So Wednesday, May 22 on the PM. So ito yung pinaka significant market news right now or market catalyst right now. Okay, so tapos na tayo dun sa market internals. Let's look at the market groups. So right now, segments, we can see that large cap growth is leading. Next in line is mid cap growth names. S&P 500 core names is at the top 3. So that's our segments. Basically, main message based on this dashboard is that focus on large cap growth names. Actually, nakikita din natin yan na concentrated yung market rallies right now. Concentrated on the heavyweights or mega caps, large caps. Kaya rin may position tayo on Microsoft as our as a way to diversify our exposure or portfolio exposure. So majority ng hawak natin is under a mega cap name and under AI theme. So AI hyperscaler theme. So Nvidia, we have AI theme as well, but super minimal na lang na hawak ko. Actually, more than 40 shares yung hawak ko from the previous sessions. Nilalaro ko lang siya day in, day out. I'm accumulating profits on Nvidia. And right now, yung profits ko na yun will serve as a buffer on my earnings hold right now. Hahawakan ko tong Nvidia right now. Right before earnings and after earnings. So we shall see what happens with Nvidia, no. So if hindi man, maybe I'll most likely I'll be selling at break even at 912.27. That's my average price in Nvidia. So my entry was at 912. So at this channel breakout, no. So lower time frame channel yan if you're gonna look at it on the lower time frame. But basically a consolidation at the 50% trading range. Yun, so that's my current holdings. I have IREN. No, I have IREN as well. Post-earnings announcement display. And I was, hindi ko siya in-expect na crypto play siya. Hindi ko in-expect na crypto play. But what I was seeing on this trade was a good alignment in the key moving averages and a big volume. So after earnings, big volume, nag-consolidate on the lower time frame. I entered on the lower time frame. And right now, I'm planning to sell on the way up. So on this trading session, if ma-hit yung 7.6 or 7.10 na trigger ko, then I might sell half. On IRED. So I have ISRG, ISRG, ano siya, a base breakout as well. ISRG is an all-time high play as well. So coming from this big accumulation base, nag-consolidate, rebase lang ulit, pull back to the MA100, and I am betting or I am positioning toward a move higher toward 430, even $450 level. So CNX as well, from accumulation to markup phase. So we are at the early to mid stage markup for CNX. So this is a KCBB Eclipse setup on the daily. So also a post earnings announcement drift play. So earnings, nag-consolidate, then nag-breakout. Doon ako pumasok. So right now, I am protecting my break-even at 1820. So yun, that's my current holdings. Maybe, sige, tapusin muna natin to current holdings ko. Then I can revisit this market groups, no? So sige, sorry na tayo, na sidetrack ulit tayo. So I have NU, currently positioned on NU due to a possible all-time high play as well. So, NU. So, CNX, na-hit na yung ano ko. Na-hit na yung order ko kay CNX. So, CNX is a break-even trade. Break-even trade at $18. Ayun. So, na-hit yung break-even natin for CNX. Next, you have GAVA. Tagal ko na yan. Na-explain ko na rin yung setup dyan. AXP as well. And Kupang. Okay, balik tayo sa market groups. So, okay. So, mainly, we have gold miners leading right now. Semiconductors as well. Uranium names, China names, video games and esports. Dahil na rin most likely doon sa NVIDIA component niya. NVIDIA component ng ESPO. Metals and mining showing some strength as well. Aerospace and defense, PPA. So, focus ka lang sa mga names or focus ka lang sa market groups na to if you want to trade post-earnings announcement drift plays or pre-earnings swing plays. No? Basically, if you want to trade momentum and swing, you focus on the top 10 market groups. Top 10 market groups. Except emerging markets. Kay emerging markets, karamihan is mga China names. China or Hong Kong names. So, ayun. Okay, so let's move forward dito. So, alam niyo na to, I think may access na rin kayo na itong BTP Play Finder. So, if hindi nyo matoggle itong drop down na yan, kindly PM me, then I'm gonna give you an access to this drop down. So, actually, na-fix ko na yung issues with this Play Finder. Thankfully, medyo hinardcode natin lahat. Hinardcode natin sa AppScript. So, instead of formula-based, tapos yung APIs, yun, hinardcode natin sa AppScript. Yun. If you want to look for plays, alam nyo na siguro yung process dyan. You allocate a specific watch list. So, sa akin, I have my Play Finder sheet. So, create a separate watch list for your to look for opportunities on that specific setup. So, kiniklear ko yan every time I look for opportunities. Then, kinaka-copy-paste ko lang. No, from this. Then, kinaka-copy-paste ko. Then, I look at the individual charts. No? So, ini-size ako yan. Medyo nakakapagod, but a workaround is to put it in a screener or in a trading view screener. Then, madali mo na siya matignan. Sana ba yun? Yan, Play Finder sheet. So, go to the charts. Toggle your candles. Toggle it to 3-month ranges or the 3-month range. Then, you can individually look at the the stocks or the names, no? So right now, BSP is producing this tight consolidation. So I might look at this name for a trade setup, a short-term trade setup. So DSP is a potential post-earnings announcement replay for me, no? So Despegar. So Despegar is a small cap, and right now testing this BB50. So maybe if it touches BB50 and mag-inflect na yung upper Bollinger Band mo and lower Bollinger Band mo, then maybe it can move higher. But let's look at the big picture muna. Maybe may mga resistance levels tayong tatahakin or tatamaan. So the next resistance level is at $17. So which is this major swing high. So on the weekly, we're still on a strong downtrend. Recently, nag-IPO lang. Di pala recent. So 2017 nag-IPO siya. So this is basically a potential post-earnings announcement replay. So if you're gonna sell at $17, then you can tighten your stops at 13.70, at 17, gawin natin dito. So we have a potential T is to 1, 2.89 is to 1 reward ratio for DESP. So alam niyo, yun, binilisan lang natin kung paano yung Play Finder para sa lahat ng mga kapanood na ito. I hope na makatulong. So the market is open right now. The market is already open 5 minutes. So we are down negative $160, $130, no? So IREN continues to move higher. Microsoft as well. I have ISRG moving higher right now, and NU. So yun. Short-term plays lang yung ginagawa ko right now. A 3 to 5 day, max of 10 day holds na rin. Although I have Microsoft na ang main goal ko is to trade it to all-time highs and hold it maybe for the intermediate to long term. Since tapos na yung earnings and the AI theme is really actually super strong right now. Parang all eyes on current AI developments and may mga potential releases, no, na related sa AI na pwedeng mag-hype up ulit or something. Yun, so that's my current positions, and na-discuss ko na rin yung market groups, even the Play Finder. Ang hindi na lang natin na-discuss is the macro picture. So let's look at let's look at US Treasuries. Sorry, medyo ano lang. Lipat tayo dito. Then let's toggle our basic chart. So US 10-year yields. So slightly below MA50. Looks like it's serving as resistance. Same with your MA10. So if we move lower, US 10-year yield moves lower, then that's gonna be a tailwind to equities, no? So punta tayo sa macro watch na ano natin. So that's US 10-year. Bearish for equities if we break above 4.5 again. So DXY as well, same thing, although it bounced off at the MA100. So right now, MA50 is serving as resistance. Same with your 10-day SMA line. So what we want is a move lower for the dollar below this support trend line. If the dollar closes below the support trend line, that's gonna be a tailwind for equities. So right now, parang ang current tailwind is the lower inflation narrative. Lower inflation and more rate cuts. As well as the NVIDIA earnings narrative. Or anticipation, no, for the earnings. So that's our current macro benchmarks. So let's look at our risk on risk off signal, no, geopolitical signal or geopolitical proxy measure. So we have gold, parang retesting previous high. So itong move higher was triggered by doon sa President of Iran dying of a helicopter crash. So rest in peace. So that's gold. So silver, although not a geopolitical proxy or something, a benchmark tong silver, but more of speculative precious metals yung silver right now. So US oil, nice movement, breaking below this inside bar structure. Although hindi pa siya candle close, no? Hindi pa siya candle close, but it's a good movement. It's a good movement right now na nakikita natin na we have our RSI, no? Parang may na-create na channel yung RSI at this level, and right now moving lower yung RSI. So RSI is a leading signal actually, no? A leading signal. So right now, since RSI is below RSIMA, that's a strong signal that you have a strong selling momentum in this name. So lower US oil is actually good for the inflation narrative. So copper as well, although moving lower right now, kaya rin siguro na laglag yung CNEX ko and SCCO. SCCO is gapping down. So copper, mainly economic activity benchmark siya. So right now, testing MA10. So that's copper. So let's look at global Fed liquidity. So under Fed liquidity, we are seeing some downticks, no, for this trading week. So we are downticking by around 200 billion. Tingnan natin, double check natin. So from this peak to this low, around 50 billion yung net liquidity drain right now, no, this trading week, coming from this Fed liquidity benchmark. So what we want to see is a move higher, a drain of the TGA account, the Treasury General account, as well as the reverse repo facility. So that's our Fed liquidity. So let's look at the Mag 7 index. So Mag 7 index is price weighted index, no? So pinag-add ko lang yung Amazon up to Google, no? So right now we are seeing some good price action coming from this index, no? So parang creating a 5-day consolidation structure as well, and nicely bringing above the previous all-time high at 2587. Although right now we are moving lower. So what we want to see is a breakout above 2.6K. So ayan, medyo naputol lang tayo. But we are still recording, no, in our OBS. So I think that ends my midweek situational awareness and market update, no? So I hope na madami akong na-impart sa inyo, and I hope na madami kayo natutunan, and yun, na-update kayo in the markets, and nakatulong ako on the discount part. So in conclusion, if underdeployed ka, just look for potential momentum plays. Most high probability momentum plays right now is coming from post-earnings announcement drift plays. Nandun yung money right now, coming from experience na rin from the past week. Halos lahat ng profits ko came from those types of plays. And even pre-earning swing play. So halos nag-rotate around the earning cycle. So doon nag-rotate. And based on what I am seeing, we can focus on, or we should focus on large caps to mid caps. Some small caps, you can allocate some capital on small caps, but lower your exposure. Lower your exposure in small caps. So, kung titingnan niyo yung portfolio right now, di ba? I have Coupang, an internet, China internet name. I have ISRG, no, na medical name. So diversified yung hawak ko right now. I have AXP, I have Nvidia, I have Iren, I have Zeta. So play specific. So post earnings announcement drift play or pre earnings swing play. But diversified across multiple segments. Segment in terms of market caps, no? May large cap ka, may mid cap ka, may small cap ka. Medyo heavyweight ka lang on the medyo heavyweight lang ako on the large cap to mega cap. I am midweight on mid caps, and then lightweight on small caps. Tapos I am also tawag dito, I'm also diversifying in terms of market groups. So I have AI related names, I have med names, I have restaurant names. No, so ano siya, diversified. So diversification is the key right now. But kailangan play specific and may intention, focusing on momentum and swings. So yun, good luck everyone on your next trades. So I hope maganda yung maging reaction ng market to Nvidia, no? And wishing you all more profits, no, for this trading week. So yun, good luck, God bless, and goodbye.